Well, there's no doubt that this is a huge weekend for North Carolina. Places are finally starting to reopen.
And for a lot of people, it means getting their jobs back and being able to provide for their families. And we'll have more on stores reopening in just a moment. There's also a lot more for all of us to do. State parks are reopening this morning. In less than 10 minutes, we're going to lay out some of the things that you can do now and what is still closed if you do visit a park this weekend. Grocery store workers have been pushing hard to make sure that the stores are clean and the shelves are stocked. And we reported Harris Teeter gave employees an extra $2 an hour because of that. But this morning, we learned the so-called hero bonus will end later this month. At least one workers union said that it's too soon since the pandemic isn't over. Harris Teeter's parent company, Kroger, will offer free coronavirus testing to employees starting on Monday.
So many retail workers around Charlotte and Concord have been praying today would come. They can get back to work in just a few hours because malls are reopening. And it's all part of the first phase of reopening North Carolina, and that officially started yesterday at 5 p.m.
Yeah, most malls waited until today to reopen. South Park Mall, Charlotte Premium Outlets, and Concord Mills are all opening at 11 a.m. today. But don't be surprised, though, if most stores in the malls are still closed. All employees are going to wear masks and get daily temperature checks. If you're shopping, you can get masks, sanitizer, and your temperature checked if you want. And crews are going to also clean common areas like food courts. We went to South Park Mall yesterday to see how stores are getting ready. And we checked out Belk, a store with a lot of history in Charlotte, as many know. And associates were already back setting things up. Now, Belk won't reopen until Monday, and it will be a lot different. And you will not be able to try on clothes or shoes, and any kind of returns are going to be in quarantine for at least 3 days. Eastridge Mall in Gastonia did not wait. It reopened right at 5 yesterday, the moment phase 1 of the state's reopening plan went into effect. There's a lot of cheers there. We saw plenty of people. Some stores had some long lines to get in. Look at that. The only issue is you can only have so many people inside of these stores. It's a welcome sight, though, for many business owners. One told us in about a month she would have been forced to close her doors for good.
I've actually cried a few tears, a lot actually, and I have tried to breathe deeply just to try to get through every day. But because you do I've put everything in this business and I don't want to lose everything.
More than half of stores in Eastridge decided not to open, and we saw employees wearing masks, but notice most shoppers were not, even though health officials still recommend that you do.
Of course, it wasn't just malls reopening yesterday. Small standalone businesses opened too, if only for a couple of hours. Shopping at Cotswold Marketplace is now very different. Customers are asked to grab a mask, take gloves, and practice social distancing. And there are plexiglass shields up at the cash register.
Many of our customers are repeat customers, so we're seeing these faces for the first time in a long time.
It's nice to be able to get out of the house and get to some place that can actually talk to people and browse around a little bit.
The owner told us she kept paying employees while the store was closed. She was fortunate to get a PPP loan to pay the store's rent. But so many other businesses around here weren't as lucky. They've lost everything and have closed for good. IHOP in Gastonia, Shelby, and Hickory permanently shut down last week, and that happened at about the same time that the owners of the Java House Cafe in Gastonia announced that they were closing too. They were denied federal loans. Now all their employees have to find a new job so they can make a living.
It was scary because I didn't know what to do next, especially with everything going on. Everything's shut down right now, so there's no me looking for a job.
Old School Barbell Club opened 1 month before gyms were forced to shut down. It's now closed permanently and the building is empty. A lot of businesses are holding out for phase 2 of the state's reopening plan. It's expected to come on the 22nd when the actual stay-at-home order is lifted. Restaurants and bars can reopen then at limited capacity. Same goes for gyms, entertainment venues, and places of worship. Public playgrounds, they'll also reopen in phase 2. Phase 3 won't happen for at least 4 to 6 weeks after phase 2. That's when more people will be allowed inside restaurants and other businesses. Well, 40 states have now at least partially reopened, and so many people have different opinions on whether it's too soon or not soon enough. We'll look at this poll from ABC and Ipsos. 64% of people who responded think reopening now isn't worth it if it means more lives are lost.
Today, we're hoping to see another drop in the number of COVID-19 cases reported in North Carolina. 471 new cases. That's well below the 639 cases the day before. There were also 20 more deaths, sad to say, but that number also dropped. Over the course of the pandemic, 14,000 people have gotten sick in North Carolina. 527 people have died. That's 527 families and many more lives touched. Governor Cooper took a moment yesterday to mention some of them, like Officer Pompachan. He was a school resource officer in Montgomery County, and the governor explained Bud's dedication to making children's lives better.
A local mom recalled how he sat and talked with her son, who was frequently bullied and had found himself alone at a school dance. Officer Bud made home visits if he was worried about a student's home life that might be troubled.
So many special people lost. Governor Cooper honored other victims, including a Durham County Sheriff's deputy and an Army veteran who helped students with disabilities get on and off their bus. In South Carolina, 320 families lost loved ones to COVID-19. The number of new cases still holding steady each day there. And at the moment, there are more than 7,300 cases reported.
Another White House staffer has tested positive for coronavirus. Vice President Mike Pence's press secretary, Katie Miller, learned that she had the virus yesterday. Miller's married to President Donald Trump's senior advisor, Stephen Miller. The White House says while she's not come into contact with the president, she has been in contact with the vice president. A valet for President Trump also tested positive this week. The White House says it's taking every precaution to keep everyone inside safe and healthy. Well, clinical trials are so important for finding a treatment or a cure for COVID-19. Now researchers at Novant will test a new medicine on some of the most critical patients. It's called leronlimab. Novant is the first place in the Southeast to enter the second phase of the trial. The test is expected to take 6 weeks.
Nursing homes are in the middle of this pandemic. In North Carolina alone, 308 people who were in nursing homes died from the virus. And some families think that those centers should be held accountable in court for any sickness or suffering their loved ones endured. But they may not be able to take nursing homes to court. There's a new law that says that they can't be sued for decisions made during the pandemic. The sister of a woman who died from COVID-19 in a Concord nursing home told our Mark Becker that the law gives nursing homes too much protection.
Is it fair that they have immunity?
I don't think so. And when negligence is suspected, I think if it can be proven, then the responsible party should be liable and accountable.
On the flip side, advocates for nursing home industry and healthcare workers say that they need that legal protection. They say that these places are doing their best to stop a virus that may be beyond their control.
We've all been cooped up inside for so long, but starting this morning, you have new options to get outside and enjoy the weekend. State parks are now reopening. And we went to South Mountain State Park in Burke County yesterday. Picnic areas and campgrounds are still off limits at all state parks. Rangers at South Mountain posted signs near the High Shoals waterfall, limiting the number of people on the viewing deck. Now, here's what you'll be able to do.
Fishing, horseback riding, mountain biking, and hiking will all be permissible activities. Okay. Basically, the gist of it is that we want you to be able to get out and enjoy nature and get some exercise. We just want you to do it safely.
Parks will have limited capacity and some will have limited hours. And there are 9 in our viewing area, so you have plenty of options. Now you can also go to the White Water Center in Mecklenburg County today. It's been open all this time, but starting today, it's allowing mountain biking, paddle boarding, and flat water kayaking again. Staff will be there to disinfect all the equipment, and you do have to practice social distancing.